Welcome to the Adult Basic Skills Professional Development video series. Throughout our productions, we are committed to excellence in adult education and professional development in basic skills instruction. The goal of this video series is to improve the effectiveness and quality of instruction through focused professional development.
Right here. Sign here. Isn't that cute?
I cut my hand while I was fixing the fence. My little girl put that on.
Don't you just hate those silly little Band-Aids? Finished?
Well, I've been out of school a long time, and I don't remember much.
Yeah, well, quitting school was your first mistake.
My eyes bother me when I read long passages.
Well, then get glasses.
I always had trouble reading, was never any good at it.
People always say that at the beginning. Then they find out that education is work, and they give up and quit. Great. Oh, great! You didn't finish but one section of the test. I'm not going to go to the trouble of grading all of this just for one section. You'll just have to come back and finish it some other day. I can already tell that these books are too hard for you. You know, I never get my afternoons off. Someone is always coming in wanting something. New students needing to start. Returning students wanting different books. People wanting test scores. I really wish people would learn to think for themselves. I spend all my time having to hold somebody's hand.
You're not leaving. You didn't like what was happening in there, did you? I can tell you're concerned. George is having a bad experience, and that's probably the reason he quit school. You understand, but that instructor in there doesn't. You wouldn't treat students like that, would you? The state of North Carolina needs good adult basic education instructors, instructors who care, instructors who listen, instructors who guide the way adults learn and not block it. I'm afraid what you saw was terrible. That instructor was crude and even rude to poor George. And you know, it took a lot of courage for him to walk through that door.
School was never easy for George Edward Davis, but he wanted to learn.
He didn't get the chance to complete his education. He had to leave school at an early age to help his parents. Years later, George started his own family and had to go to work to support them. He found a job in construction, but without a diploma, his opportunities were limited. George has been out of school for many years. It's a scary thing to think about returning, to think about becoming a student again, to admit that one does not have the basic skills that every adult must have to survive and succeed in a high-paced technological world. With limited education and limited earning potential, George struggles to support his family. He struggles to fulfill his roles in parenthood and in society. He knows that if he improves himself, he can improve the lives of his family, and he can become more active in his community. George has made a decision to re-educate himself. He has made the decision. He may be afraid, but he is willing. He's not a child and should not be treated like one. He's an adult. He brings his life experiences, both good and bad, with him when he enters the classroom. George is an adult learner who needs a hand up, not a hand out. George is a human being with feelings and fears, just like you and me. He deserves respect, a voice, and a chance. Who will give him a chance? Think about George and his situation. Think about the way the instructor treated him. How will this affect him? Will he return to the class? What kind of person is this instructor? Is she the kind of person who should be working with basic skills students? Take a few minutes and jot down on a piece of paper the characteristics that describe this instructor. Pause the tape, and when you have finished jotting down your thoughts, push play. Cruel, sarcastic, self-centered, thoughtless, intimidating. These are some of the words that might appear on your list. Are there really instructors that insensitive working in education? Will you be one of them? No, not if you teach and reach. What is Teach and Reach? It's looking at those adult learners, the Georges in the world, and seeing possibilities instead of disabilities, realities instead of generalities, and hope instead of despair. Teach and Reach is about understanding adult learners, where they are now and where they need to be in the future. It's about helping them. It's about putting them on the road so they can follow their dreams and reach their goals. Adult learners come from all walks of life, from all cultures and races. They bring with them a variety of experiences and backgrounds. Their education is a variety, a mixture of formal and informal paths. They are
like me.
Like me.
Like me.
Like me.
Like me.
Who will give them a chance? You will. Teaching, not screeching. Reaching, not preaching. This is what education is all about. As an instructor, you have the power to create or destroy opportunities for the adult learner. You can open their eyes, or you can close them. You can challenge their minds, or you can cast them aside. You can build confidence, or you can crush it. You can give them the most precious gift of all, your time, or you can rush them away with only a bitter memory. For better or worse, you make the difference. Wouldn't it be wonderful to have concerned instructors who really make that difference? So don't leave. I think you will make a good adult basic skills instructor. No, I know you will make a good instructor because you do care.
So there's more than one way to get a GED.
Yes, there is.
I'm really excited about getting my GED.
I'm glad. I'm willing to work with you.
All right.